we are doing whatever it takes. It's about giving your all. From the players on the field to the members in the stands. Do whatever it takes. Call 1300 GO Bombers.
Pretty impressive turnout here for the boys.
Yeah, look, I think, being part of the Essendon Football Club, no matter what part of the country you go to, we've got fantastic support, and we came up here last year at camp and had great support, and already with half an hour before training starts, there's a few hundred people here. So look, it's a great thing. The Essendon Footy Club gets around the country, and great to see our supporters out here supporting us.
Football is alive and well on the Gold Coast here in Queensland.
Yeah, look, there's no doubt, the Gold Coast Suns and the Brisbane Lions have done a terrific job for the code of AFL football up here, and if we can help support that's good. And if the Essendon supporters here can get to see their heroes train and their players train, it's good as well.
Is there increased expectation on you guys following the recruitments of players like Goddard and Danaher and stuff like that?
Look, internally we've got a lot of expectation to keep improving and keep setting up an environment for our players where they can be the best they can be. I think that after last year's result, we're pretty hesitant to put a place on the ladder where we think we'll finish, because such a topsy-turvy year. So, whether there's external expectation, I'm not sure, but internally we have big expectations on what this group can achieve.
Any expectations for not expectations, but anything that you want to get through this week in terms of being up here and what you're doing up here?
Yeah, I think there's a number of things we want to have this week. Firstly, we've brought 10 new players into the group over the off season, so it's a quarter of our list is sort of come in. We want to integrate those guys in the group, so there's a lot of bonding, a lot of just getting to know everybody, and also some good quality training and some good weather. There's no secret that we don't have a great ground to train on at Melbourne at the moment because of building a new facility. So this ground here gives us a chance to come out and train properly.
You sent 10 guys over to do altitude training. How they come back?
Yeah, they've come back really well. They're a bit leaner. They're running better times in their time trials. Hopefully that relates to better footy, but no doubt that experience has been good for those 10 guys, and they're itching to get back. So it was a really good experience, and Simon Goodwin, our assistant coach, and Justin Crowe, the physio, the trainer that went over with them, they've done a great job.
Have the draftees had a session with you yet, or is this their first one?
This is their first one. So this is their first. Joey has, and Nick Commer's been training with us for a couple of weeks, but the other three guys, this is their first session. So this is the first time we've got our full squad out here training for the year. It's pretty exciting.
Is it always an exciting time of year with a few new faces around and sort of all the new expectations? I guess any season could be anything at this point.
Yeah, look, we think the draft is a great process, and you're right, it brings in some really good new faces in. Your footy club is exciting. We all get excited about seeing them train, and yeah, today's a big day for us because we get to see them train with a group, and they're a bit skinnier than the rest of the players, but it's very exciting.
James, sorry, a bit of news that you guys might be interested in Dale Garlett. Is he up here with you, or is he going to train with you, or what's the...
Dale's not up here with us. Dale's been invited to train next week, as have a couple of other boys from around the country. So they've been invited to train, and you'll have a good look at those guys. And I've never met Dale, but looking forward to see how he goes.
So it seems to be that a few clubs might have been scared off by one or two of his off-field things. That's not a concern, or you'll just see how he goes when he comes?
Look, I think with someone like Dale, there's no doubt there's a lot of talent there, and the way he plays his football excites everyone. We've just got to work out whether someone like Dale fits our group, and you make decisions on players about the way they play, but also the way they fit into our group. So we'll be pretty keen to see how he adjusts in that week.
Does that, like with Brendan coming in, so you got a bit more experience as well, does having someone like him add to your leadership? You think that helps younger guys fit into the culture?
Yeah, look, it might. We think we've got a pretty solid leadership group who run a pretty tight ship, our leaders, and I think we've got a very good culture, and Brendan only adds to that. So I think whichever player you bring into your group, you want to make sure that they're going to fit in and make it a better playing environment, not bring it backwards.
Had you looked at him much pre-draft, or...?
I think our recruiters and certainly the coaches have looked at a number of players, and Dale was one of them that we looked at, and we'll treat him exactly the same as every other player that we potentially could bring into our club.
Was it a risk with a player of his calibre, no one picking him up in the draft? Would it have been worth a chance at a really late pick?
I can only speak for our club, and we've got an opportunity to pick someone up in the pre-season draft, so we'll have a look at him there, like those other players.
Have you got firm ideas what you want to do in that rookie and pre-season draft, or you want to have a look at a few of these players, how they work with the group? And that
Yeah, we'll have a look. We'll have a look, and we've still got 2 weeks before that draft, so it's a good chance to have a look at a number of players and decide which direction we'll take.
Just a quick one on the altitude. So many clubs do it now. Do you think it's almost an expectation for an AFL pre-season or off-season to send players over there?
Yeah, look, there's a number of different ways to do it. I know a number of clubs are turning to heat training instead of altitude. Some clubs prefer staying in Melbourne. I think every club's very different needs. Young group, old group, mature group. Body size is an important thing. So yeah, it's about individual need. We thought it was a good chance to send our sort of top 10 players over and have a look at how they went in that elite environment as much as altitude.
Just a quick one on Brent Prismal,
Yeah.
James. Like news that he's training with Port. What are your thoughts on that?
Look, Brent was obviously offered that if he stayed training with us, we'd guarantee that we'd pick him up in the pre-season draft. He's decided to go to Port, so Brent's now on the open market, and Port sound like they're pretty keen on Brent, so that's good for him. I think as a professional footballer, we would have offered him a 1-year deal. They look like they'll offer him a bit longer than that, and good on him to secure his future. And in the time of professional football, that's a sound business decision by Brent.
Thanks, James.